your boy Jersey Boy and Brooks. You find my Facebook Jersey Boy and Brooks. Subscribe to my YouTube channel Jersey Boy and Brooks. You can tap it up. Real quick, I'm just gonna chime in and just jump in and say this and just I don't give a fuck about who says what, but if people come across this video, I might just keep it very 100 real quick. And I don't care if people might be saying I'm being biased, but let me just say this real quick. These recent attacks that's happening to Asian people is questionable. And it's very suspect because why all this up to now, black people would just go beat up Asians? It's very strange. And every time we look at the videos, it's always the same perp. A whole homeless person or something like that, you know, or some raggedy looking black person just randomly just going and beating up agents. It's to me it's ridiculous. It's some type of propaganda or something that they're trying to push. Because why all of a sudden now we go as a community, they act like black people we got together and said we just gonna go beat up agents. That's bullshit, man. And and that attack that happened in New York, you know, they fired the doorman because he didn't do shit. Let me tell you something. We have seen countless videos of black folks in these nail salons, black women particularly, getting beat on by Asian men, and people don't do shit. They don't do nothing. Black people, we held to this crazy double-edged standard. We gotta come and rescue everybody. That's crazy that they fired that man. That's crazy. These attacks that's going on, I'm just wondering why now all of a sudden people are just going to go and just attack agents. And the suspect, we see actually, and what they're not saying is we actually seen a video of the suspect look like he was somebody that we seen that was the last suspect that we seen. Like they're being paid to do this or something like that. And people might say, oh, that's it could be, people are just saying conspiracy theories and shit like that. But we know about the whole knockout game that disappeared out of nowhere that was going on, that happened before some time ago. The media has a power to create a false narrative, and they would do that. And we know that has happened with the whole knockout game because they was taking random videos that had nothing to do with the knockout game and saying that it was enough, saying that the people that was in the video, hidden random people, was participating in a knockout game. This is, to me, it's just bullshit. I ain't buying it. I ain't buying it. Next week is going to be some random attack on some Asian person, and Asian people, they too come over here and they practice their anti-black hatred on us. Like Asian people were fucking racist. And people are just thinking that we as a group going around just beating up Asian folks. That's bullshit. It's very questionable. Every other week is a new attack. If it happened next week, okay, we got to start questioning. And then if it happened the week after, we got to go, okay, what's going on? Because it's to the point where, like, I don't believe black people are just going around and just beating the shit out of Asian people. I don't believe that shit. The media is very racially biased, and some of these attacks are isolated incidents that they're just saying it's just hate crimes. And it was a situation down there, I think it happened with Georgia. A white supremacist went and shot up an Asian, I think it was, I don't know, a massage parlor, or he was a white supremacist. He shot up he shot this place up, shot a couple of people. The media was quiet about it. So they're selecting reporting shit. They didn't talk about, they didn't, make a big deal about this. Because this person who was a white supremacist did it out of a racial hatred, and they're not talking about it now. This is just 2 weeks ago. They're quiet about it. This had happened about 2 weeks ago, and the media didn't blow it out of the water like they're doing with these so-called Asian attacks. Like they're very questionable. Like why would black people just go and just beat up Asian people? You guys come here in our communities, and you feed us your Chinese food and shit like that. We ain't got nothing to gain from it. We ain't got nothing to gain from it. Like people always, black folks, just be careful out there because if you get into some type of conversation with an Asian person, they're going to try to say, "Oh, it's a hate crime," or something like that. So just be careful because they're going to spin the whole thing. So just black folks, just watch it back out there because there's something they're trying to do. They're trying to push some type of propaganda or something that's going on that they're trying to make it seem like black people just going around just beating Asian people, which is complete bullshit. And we get picked on by white supremacists all the time. They go shoot up churches, and all kind of attacks happen to us. But when it's us, it's just all, you know. So, but being that Asian people are honorary whites who come here classified as whites, they have some type of concern. When Asian people come here and practice their anti-black hatred on us, and these attacks are very questionable. And if you're a black person or a person of color, just watch your back on what you do to an Asian person because as soon as you do something to them, they're going to just try to say it's a hate crime. So just watch your back out there. And these attacks are just questionable. And that's all I got to say about this. If you want to comment, you can comment. You can follow on Facebook, the Jersey Boy Empress. Go out to my new channel, Jersey Boy Empress.